Daily, and this is my video on why zoos deserve to continue government support. Imagine a world where endangered species disappear because there's no safe place left to protect them. Today, many animals face threats from habitat loss, climate change, and poaching. While others believe all zoos should be closed for ethical protection of the animals, I believe zoos are central for their conservation efforts, education, and animal care. Instead of adding more restrictions to zoos, policymakers should continue supporting credible zoos while strengthening animal welfare. One of the biggest concerns about zoos is that animals live in captivity. This concern is understandable because poor conditions can cause stress and unhealthy behaviors. However, zoos that follow these strict standards for zoos and animal care allow for lifelong opportunities for them to thrive. This is according to the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. Rather than shutting down zoos, policymakers should continue improving the standards and supporting the zoos who protect the animals in their care. Zoos also play a major role in conservation efforts. Many endangered species, including the Californian condor and the black-footed ferret, have survived only thanks to zoos' breeding programs. According to the Wildlife Society, the efforts to conserve species have resulted in saving at least 48 mammals and birds from extinctions since the early 1990s. These species can now return into the wild. Another important benefit is veterinary care. Animals in zoos receive regular health checkups, emergency treatments, proper nutrition, and lifelong medical care from trained professionals. According to the AZA, or the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, the well-being of animals is their main priority and mission. Many zoos also recruit injured wildlife that cannot survive on their own and provide them with safe shelters. Education is another big reason why zoos deserve government support. Millions of people visit zoos every year to learn about wildlife, conservation, and biodiversity. Seeing animals in person creates a strong connection than simply reading about them in a book or watching a documentary. As the Royal Zoological Society of Scotland explains, good zoos have 4 aims: to conserve species, educate the public, engage in research, and provide recreation for these animals. These experiences inspire people to take care and protect their wildlife. Policymakers believe government funding for zoos should be reduced because taxpayer money could instead support roads, schools, and other public services. For example, in 2009, New York Governor David Paterson proposed cutting $5 million from a state program that funded zoos, aquariums, and botanic gardens, and completely eliminated the funding in 2010. Government officials argue that zoos could rely more on the private domains. However, the cuts would have cost the Bronx Zoo and New York Aquarium approximately $3 million and 30 staff positions. As Jane Bottin of the Maryland Zoo explains, you can't cut back on the food an elephant eats. Although governments must balance their budget, removing funding from zoos can hurt animal care, conservation programs, education, and zoo employees. Closing zoos, we should continue improving them. Instead of closing zoos, we should continue improving them throughout strong regulations and regulatory inspections. In conclusion, zoos are more than places for entertainment. They protect endangered species, provide expert veterinary care, educate millions of visitors, and contribute to important conservation research. Government policymakers should continue supporting zoos while holding them to the highest animal welfare standards. By doing so, we can protect our wildlife today and preserve these incredible species for future generations. Thank you for your time and for considering policies that strengthen both welfare, conservation, and animal welfare. Thank you so much.